Well, of course, it's not Friday the 13th, but in preparation for my meeting for CJ Graham Nightmare Weekend, I want to take a look at Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, where he stars as Jason Voorhees. Where now, this is my third Friday the 13th movie that I've seen, with the first one being Jason Takes Manhattan and the 2009 remake with Jared Padalecki and Juliana Aguil. Um, But this is my third one, so I've not seen part 4 or part 5 to understand this. But apparently, after the death of Jason Voorhees, Tommy Jarvis decided to make sure he's 100% dead, and by doing it, he wants to burn his corpse and try to cremate him. But once he puts like this, um, once the lightning struck on his body, Jason resurrects and decides to go on a killing spree. And Tommy is keep telling the police that he's back, but they don't believe him and take him to jail. And then Tommy later hangs out with a girl named Megan, while there are other kids on a camp with children, a lot of children. Sleep going with them as well, while Jason is still on a killing rampage. And I did have a fun time with this movie. Of course, Jason is still a very menacing murderer, especially with the way he kills people with his machete. Like when he killed 3 people at once with his machete, that blew my mind that he was able to kill 3 people at once. Or when he got the machete by ripping someone's arm off that was holding a machete. That was a pretty creative kill. And the first kill where he rips some guy's arm, I mean not arm, heart off. That got me threatened by Jason. He's like, of course, he's one of the most iconic characters in horror franchise, and it really shows. He's a very menacing presence, and his design in this movie is pretty cool. It's not. I'm not gonna lie. It looks really neat. I actually quite enjoyed this a little bit more than Jason Takes Manhattan and the remake. And I also thought the two main leads, Tommy Jarvis and Megan, who becomes the final girl of the movie, were okay at best. They're not unlikable. Where Tommy was keep convincing the police that Jason's bad, but they don't believe him, which I think the police probably the most unlikable because of that, being quite big jerks for not believing him. Jason is back, and also for punishing Megan after a traffic escape with Tommy or traffic drive. Um, and I thought the kids were okay. The little girl was kind of cute, especially when she was telling that she has nightmares, or not necessarily nightmares. Actually, she was seeing Jason. And there's one kid that says, "I think we're dead meat, real dead meat," which, for any of you who have watched Dead Meat like I do, you probably seen some videos where those lines are in the intro, or the longer intro of Dead Meat. Um, I thought the fight between Tommy, Megan, and Jason Voorhees was actually a lot of fun. Where I'll go into spoilers, where Tommy was challenging Jason to go to the water to fight with him for a big showdown. And initially, Jason wins by drowning Tommy, but then Megan decides to fight Jason and managed to defeat him by using the boat's mover thing that I can't remember the name of, and use it to attack Jason's, I guess, head. Though he looks okay at the last shot of the movie, but she defeats him and saves Tommy's life. And then Jason does a one last eye open to the camera. Um, and of course, the soundtrack was a lot of fun, honestly, especially even with the non kills. I don't usually uh feel excited for it. I want to feel more thrilled when the kill counts happen, when the death scenes happen, because it feels more appropriate to have that kind of experience. And I'm glad I did in this movie. I got thrilled by Jason, especially the way he kills people, which is a lot crazy and intense. Overall, I thought Jason Lives was a solid film. Is what it is, a solid film.